All right, there's a big breaking news that is coming in right now at this moment. Gulf War weighs heavy on Indian markets, so there's an impact on the Indian markets also. This was expected, and Sensex falls by almost 1,000 points. So there has been a very negative impact of the war, as it usually happens. The Gulf War weighs heavy on the Indian market, so there is an impact on the Indian market. So, ladies and gentlemen, we must remember that as a precautionary measure, Abu Dhabi already had shut down its market for today and tomorrow, and now the impact on the markets across the globe is pretty much visible, especially as the markets open in India. You can get a reaction on what is happening, the bloodbath as they call it. The Sensex falls by almost 1,000 points. Gulf War weighs heavy on Indian markets. All right, Pranav is joining me for more details on this issue. Pranav, definitely there was an impact that was supposed to happen. It was expected, but were we prepared for such a fall? It fell almost 1,000 points. Where do you see it going further? Will it drop even further than this, Pranav?
Well, as far as expectations are concerned, yes, in fact, there was a gap down opening expected because Nifty futures, that's the derivatives contracts that are trading on the GET exchange, were already trading about 1% lower. So yes, this was expected. We still do not know whether it is going to continue falling further. But as we see right now, the D Street is completely in red. Nifty is about 1% down. Sensex is 1.03% down. And all the major indices, that is the IT, FMCG, auto stocks, energy stocks are down 1.2%. So yes, this was quite on the expected lines and quite in line with the global markets, which are right now trading completely about 1 to 2% lower.
All right, can we also expect a rise in the gold and silver prices, which is usually the case in case there is a war?
Well, there has already been. In fact, gold prices have already shot up by about 2%. Oil prices are up by about 13%. So yes, we are seeing commodities trading at higher prices. Gold normally, as conventionally, metals normally rise when there is fear in the market. So yes, gold and silver are already up and oil prices are up. So we are seeing a sort of fear playing out in the markets, commodities as well as equities.
All right, thanks a lot, Pranav, for the details, and we'll come back to you as more details unfold. Keep tracking what's happening in the Indian markets and the world markets. Pranav will share more details because it definitely had a very big impact. All right, now let's move on to another big breaking news that we are getting right now at this moment. Canada has issued travel advisory for its citizens, and it's a very big development, and it has issued an advisory to its citizens to avoid travel to Qatar and the conflict zones. Canada issues travel advisory to its citizens, which was very important. This is given by Canada, an advisory to